Tuesday night. I think it's 28th or something like that of October. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, October 28th. Jimmy and I sporting the Dodgers hats because Dodgers are in the World Series, and I'm Canadian, but I don't care about them Toronto Blue Jays. So we'll go with the LA Dodgers. Um, Dan, what do you think? Blue Jays or
What do I think?
Dodgers?
Um, let's go Blue Jays. Dodgers. Yeah.
Do you know anything about the game last night, Dan?
Um, I I did Otani do something?
He played.
What? No, he's gonna do something tonight. Or I guess
Okay.
he probably already did.
He
No, dude,
pitched
it
tonight.
went 18 innings. Yeah,
What?
he should have. 18 innings. It didn't get over till like midnight, and it was a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 18th.
Midnight. Yeah, maybe in LA.
Well, yeah,
It's like 2
3 in the morning
a.m.
here.
here.
where it was
2 in
being
the morning
played.
here. Wow.
I
Pretty
stayed up
crazy.
and watched
All right,
it.
but you did.
Yeah.
You stayed up.
Yeah, I watched all of it.
I I did not. I went to bed and then this morning I watched the highlight uh reel and watched the beginning of the bottom of the 18th, which had to have been electric in that stadium. Uh but anyway,
They're getting ready to lose right
on
now.
to
It's bottom of the
hey,
ninth, 6 to
makes the
1.
series go longer. Hmm. Uh, so we have news, Dan. Well, first of all, why don't you go
Wait,
ahead
wait,
and
wait.
play?
Did you say nudes
Yes.
Well, I mean,
That was
of you and
that
I
was
guess
Jimmy?
if
also
that's what
last
you
night.
heard, maybe that's what you're interested, and we can come up with something.
That's what I heard. I don't think we can do that on
Oh,
YouTube, guys.
oh, that's right. I don't think we can.
I had to switch over to TikTok or something.
Um,
Definitely not on
oh
TikTok.
yeah, can we do that?
I don't know.
Um, well,
News.
yeah, we're live on YouTube tonight, um, so a couple things. Number one,
Okay.
Jimmy did something this week that you're going to be really proud of him for.
He did a TikTok. He posted a YouTube video.
No, I did that one.
No,
I'm gonna be proud of Jimmy. Am I supposed to guess?
yeah, he did that
Do
like
I get
17 years ago.
do I get 20
I don't know.
guesses? Yeah, for the first and
I don't
last
know. You
time
don't have
20
to.
years
You don't
ago.
even have to guess.
Okay, let's just hear it.
You don't even have to. You don't. Well, first of all, why don't you share what I just? Can you play what I just sent to you? Because I haven't even heard it.
What, you haven't heard it?
No,
What?
I I was. That's why we were late getting on here because I was trying to finish that up and send it so that I could tell you guys in a creative way.
Oh, oh, I get it. So
This is
you've
a
written a song, composed it, but you've never heard it.
correct.
Okay.
It's going to be a surprise for me too.
Okay,
Well,
the
the
song is
content
called
of the song is not a surprise for me.
291 South. Is that the song?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Is that
Crank it
291
up.
South?
Yeah.
Ready? Dude, I'll tell you what, these earphones way better for music than these. Is that on?
Headlights cutting through the 7 o'clock dark.
This ain't.
Rain was falling heavy on the.
Let's see if I
that
unplug
it?
those. Let's see.
Is it over?
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Both times.
Headlights cutting through the 7 o'clock dark. Rain was falling heavy on the empty park. Two in the back, strapped in tight for the class. Another Tuesday blurring into the overpass. Just routine until the moment things turn for a new kind of lesson that the highway must learn. South on 291, nothing but the speed. Didn't see the signal, didn't notice the need. She just pulled out a sudden blinding fear. In that instant, everything became clear, and the world slowed down to metal on steel. A shockwave through the chassis, a moment I could feel. The concrete divider, the finished work of man, closed off every option, brought the world to an end. Held tight to the wheel, a prayer whispered low on the cold dark curb where the worst things grow. Little one shaking, a breath held too long. The silent kind of terror, everything's wrong. But the other one's smiling, she's already planned the tale. The dramatic punchline that she knows won't fail. Two different daughters, two separate rooms. One sees the fracture, one sees the plumes of a story she'll trade for a week of high praise. Just trying to process the wreck of the day. South on 291, everything went white. Didn't have a second to think or to fight. The force of the impact, solid and true, and the sudden silence when the chaos broke through. And the world slowed down to metal on steel. A shockwave through the chassis, a moment I could feel. The concrete divider, the finished work of man, closed off every option, brought the world to an end, and held tight to the wheel. A prayer whispered low on the cold dark curb where the worst things grow. Built for separation, built for control, to hold the flow steady, to save a soul. But tonight it was a mirror, a barrier too tall, a wall in the darkness where you stand and you fall. It wasn't the truck I was worried about, not the crumpled hood. Space inside, misunderstood. 291. I'm glad the curb is done. Tonight it just divided. The moment that she hit me.
That's a sad song.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Oh wait, is that the radio?
I think we're listening to Light Journey. Light. What does it say?
It says the
Light Hammer
gaze.
by what? Light
It
Mourner.
says the gaze. I don't know.
That's not
weird.
me.
Okay, let's stop sharing. Okay.
Anyway, I don't know if you picked up on that, but
I gather that you had a
wrecked my truck
wreck.
tonight.
Oof. Was it whose
I
fault
did.
was it?
It was not mine. Some old lady that lives over by Joel, kinda.
How bad is it wrecked? It
Yep.
sounds like you hit a vehicle and the concrete barrier.
Correct. Yeah, there was no escape. I mean, it was dumb.
She just took your lane and that was it?
Oh yeah, dude. So I'm just driving south on 291. You might have guessed that.
Yeah, I gathered it was 291.
In the left in the left lane. So there's a whole nother lane and a super wide shoulder. There used to be a turning lane, but now Stewart Road, the back way over to Lowe's. You know that road that comes out onto 291?
The last month?
Yeah, she came out of there and just came all the way across. Like,
she was
I
trying
don't
to turn
know
north.
if she was, I think she might have been trying to turn north. But you can't do that anymore.
You used to be able to.
You used to be able to.
Like 3 days ago.
Yeah, but so she just sideswiped me and pushed me into that concrete curb. So it jacked my rim on the outside dually on the driver's side and busted up the passenger side of my truck.
Is it still drivable?
I drove it. So she hit me and she kind of glanced off and went back over to the shoulder on the, like, over on the east side or west, on the west side of the road there. And I went ahead and pulled in between those, that Best Western and Home 2 Suites.
Mm-hmm.
And then she drove over there. So I got out. I called the non-emergency line. They were like, "Is anyone injured?" Like, nope. She's like, "Okay, well, Missouri doesn't require you to have a police report, so just exchange information and let your insurance companies deal with it." It's like, all right. I was kind of hoping a cop was going to come, though, because she was already like, I think she felt like I hit her. She was like, "I had my turn signal on."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you just drove out across the highway.
Into
All right.
I mean,
Anyway,
were you in the left or right lane at the time?
I was in the left lane.
So even if she was pulling out, she should have been turning right and into the right lane.
Correct.
How would
Yeah.
how would you hit her?
There's yeah. It was 100% her fault. She said, I had my turn signal on. Apparently I think she was kind of saying like you didn't see me. I had my turn signal on the whole time, and my mirror never indicated that you were there. It's like, well, that's because you just kind of drove right into me. I wasn't on the side of you really
Oh man.
until we were mashed together. Oh well.
Yeah.
Bummer.
So I just we were on our way to ballet, so Evel's crying, because it was right there. She feels like she thought her door was caved in. Like, no, you're you're fine. She's like, my elbow hurts. I'm like, dude, your your door is. She didn't touch your door. She hit the front corner and the rear fender. But it probably, when I hit that median, just jostled her real good, because that was. I mean, it's a good curb now, and it's sharp. Anyway,
Bummer.
so that was fun.
While the police
We were like,
report isn't required,
"Twin."
it seems like it would be advantageous to you to have one,
To me, yes.
doesn't it?
I wish that I had one, but the police don't wish to come out there and stand around in the rain for something that they don't feel like they have to do. They say,
Who did you call?
let the insurance investigators. I called Liberty non-emergency line.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I was and have been generally our viewers gets a kick out of updating people in life events through custom songs.
he does like that. I just happened to be on Spotify and listened to one by our viewer about a butthole. Um,
Well, most everybody's got them. So, it's common ground.
yeah. Hey, changing subject a little bit. You know a little bit more about this subject than I do. I have an inquiry, possibly about the night after tomorrow, for Chilhowie. For one night,
Okay.
3 seniors who are running the Katy Trail. I'm wanting to not seem
running it?
uninformed. Riding it on their bikes.
Oh, okay.
Based on your knowledge of the Katy Trail, would they be on the road or would they be on the trail tonight and they're looking for something for, it says for the 30th, or would they not be on the trail yet?
You
know what I mean?
Well, let me think. So the Katy Trail isn't very close to Chilhowie.
It is. It goes through Chilhowie. A branch of it goes through the Chilhowie.
A branch of it? What?
Yeah. I'm trying to decide what to ask them because they're just wanting it for one night, and it's available, but I'm not usually renting it out for one night, you know.
Right.
So I'm trying to look up.
Well, so yeah, I mean, generally, when you're riding the Katy Trail, you ride all day, like as much of the day as you can, and then sleep a short night and keep going. But I mean, I guess there's a chance that they're just doing it in shorter sections. Um, I'm trying to find the map.
So it is they're going on the Rock Island Spur.
Okay, yeah. So that's like, I've not been on that.
So they're going the
Um,
South Spur, but apparently it connects also at Washington and Windsor. But then no, because they could, I don't know. They could be on the regular.
oh crap.
I think
What
either
in
one
the
goes
heck?
through Chilhowie. The Rock Island Trail open.
All right, I'm getting close to pulling it up. Yeah, I mean, I guess I see it's not that far away. There's Warrensburg, Windsor. Where's Chilhowie?
So Chilhowie is on the Rock Island Spur. And
Yeah, okay. So yeah, like over there off of like Highway 2 kind of. Oh yeah, so it's like way
south, right?
no,
Of what you guys
way
rode.
east or west. It's way west. So the Katy Trail proper goes from Clinton to St. Charles.
Wait.
Across the
Clinton?
state from west to east to west or west to east. Clinton, Missouri.
So it's
Chilhowie is
not a
like
different.
north of Clinton.
Yeah. But that's how you would get all the way to Kansas City.
And west. If you took the
because aren't they trying to finish the trail
yes,
all the way to Kansas City, and they're only at Windsor
I
now?
guess maybe I guess kind of. Looks like that spur goes up to Pleasant Hill.
Okay. Currently.
Yeah, so maybe they're taking that to the Katy Trail. And then hopping on the Katy and going over to St. Louis.
Or maybe they just want a place to stay. They're not really doing the trail. They just said they were.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe they're yeah, I bet they're just not taking it in huge chunks. Like when I rode it, we did it in long days. We did it in 3 days. So it's 240 miles. So that's 80 miles a day. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, because
So
it's
if
200
you cut it down and did it in like 4 days or 5 days,
yeah.
then you're only riding, 30, 40 miles a day. And then you're going to have time to chill at a place.
And chill,
I
Howie.
mean, I know chill at Chill Howie. People like to find the little bed and breakfast things along the trail. There's a few of there. I mean, historically there have been a few of them. Obviously, now that Airbnb is a bigger thing, I'm sure there's plenty more.
As far as I'm aware, there's no like hostels or anything like that in
What does them
Chill Howie.
riding the trail have to do with you not or wanting to rent to them?
We're about, if they got off the trail at Chilhowie, we're about 10 minutes drive from the trail. If they are inquiring about literally staying the night after tomorrow, it's available. Typically, it's never available for one night. You know what I mean? So, like, if they're on the trail and they're looking for something for the night after tomorrow, I'd be inclined to just let them book it last minute for one night. Otherwise,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna book it for a single night, like in the future.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that it has to do with it.
Hmm.
And if they're needing transport, I just need to like, are they wanting to ride to Chilhowie and get a ride in a back of a truck to the house? Because it's like gonna add 10 miles of driving to their track. Some of it on gravel,
One
which I
way.
guess they'll.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the whole Katy is gravel.
Okay, so they'd be accustomed to gravel, but then,
Yes.
or the other option would be that they would go up through Leeton, jump off, go down the highway, and go to the place to reduce the out of the way.
Hmm.
So I'm just
I
trying
mean,
to
10 miles
understand.
when you're running the Katy Trail. When I did it with like a group of kids once,
Mhm.
and we were able to run 12 to 15 miles an hour pretty consistently.
On that little pea gravel stuff, whatever it is.
So if they're actual like cyclists, they'll probably, I mean, 10 miles is probably only about 30, 40 minutes for them.
Okay.
I mean, as long as they pay, it does really matter what they're doing, does it?
I mean, it does, because I don't want to tell them. I don't want to tell them, yeah, you can book it for a single night if they're wanting it for like, 2 weeks from next Thursday, because I want to reserve future nights unbooked for 2 night
Oh,
to 3 night
you don't
stays.
know when they want it.
Well, it says the inquiry says they want it for the 30th, but it
Hmm.
seems like a little late to be getting your accommodations for the 30th, a little bit, if you're biking the Katy Trail, like, I'm just trying to understand, is somebody who's on the trail right now driving it and thinking, man, maybe we could just stop off somewhere like Chilhowie instead of continuing all the way to Pleasant Hill? Does that
Oh,
make
yeah.
sense?
I mean, I guess maybe they're coming from the other direction. Yeah, maybe they are on the trail coming from St. Charles,
Mm-hmm.
or wherever
And
that
maybe
other
there's
end of that spur goes.
maybe there's bone like soaked to the bone, and they're like, man, we need to stop somewhere tomorrow night. You know,
Yeah.
I should probably just give them a call, but it's 10:30 at night, so I'm just trying to think what to ask him or tell him.
I'd say if the inquiry is for the 30th, approve the 30th and don't offer anything else.
I don't even have the ability to approve the 30th because my thing says not to do less than 2 nights. So
Oh, gotcha.
I have to give them
So it would
I have to give them a
kind of
custom
be a
offer.
sideline.
And I mean the thing is like for the night after tomorrow for 3 dudes, I'm inclined to just give it to them for a little bit of nothing just for kicks, you know. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to hurt anything for them to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them you got names?
You'll do this one time.
Is it Dave? Is it Dave, Paul, and Adam?
It's not Dave, Paul, and Adam. I checked, but they said they're seniors, so it might be.
They're seniors? Does that mean they're in like get ready to graduate high school or college?
Oh, maybe they're seniors, like old. Yeah, maybe they're graduating from high school. No, I think they're old guys. You guys go ahead and talk.
All right.
I'm gonna try and think through this a second.
Well, so now we need. Oh, well, you never figured out what Jimmy did that's going to make you super proud of him. And so now we need to like reveal it.
Okay, I just sent him a random text. See if he responds. Let's hear it, Jimmy.
Jimmy, are you on laptop or are you on your phone?
Laptop.
So can you share what you did?
I don't know how to do that on my laptop.
Can you just play it? Just play it on your phone.
Oh.
Did you write a song, Jimmy?
Yeah.
You wrote a song? Oh. Wow.
I told you you're going to be proud of him.
Okay. Here goes. Can you hear that? Is the volume level okay?
46 years strong, knows how to swing a hammer, whistle along. Rory's just 20, got that fire in his hand, dreaming of the future, learning from the man. We're building a door in an only building, sunshine sneaking through where the breeze comes in. It opens to the back where the patio's grinning. Jimmy and Rory, where the work begins. Jimmy says, boy, measure twice, cut once. Rory laughs, you're wise, but I'm no dunce. They argue about hinges, then share a smile. Sawdust flying Some one-man start, patio door, and two good hearts.
Solid dumb. There you
You wrote a song, Jimmy.
go.
So I gather you're working at Brown's and
Oh,
Rory was
man.
giving you a hand,
Yep.
and you're like, "Look what I can do! Look what I can do!"
Yep. That's kind of how it went.
Now Rory's
Did you-
like you, Dan.
So now he's addicted to it.
Is he?
Oh yeah, he's.
Yeah, sending you
I
stuff
think that's all
all
he
the
does
time,
now. I think he quit his
Yeah.
job and that's all he's doing.
dude. It is kind of addictive. Is he doing it all in app, or is he doing it on GPT first and then putting the
ChatGPT.
lyrics in?
Chat GPT, he has the advanced paid version and then put it into the Suno.
Suno, yeah. I have one that I made a couple days ago that every version that it made I like, and I can't decide which ones to delete and which ones to keep.
Oh, man.
Keep them all.
Usually it's not like, well, it's the same lyrics for all of them.
Yeah.
But if you get good lyrics, if you get a good story, it can make a good song. If your lyrics are kind of mid, it doesn't matter what they do with the music, it's not great.
Mm.
And so this one, I had a what is it called? I had a man, I can't think of what the music style is called. I have one that's EDM, electric dance music, and folk, and then I have multiple that are folk music, and I like all of them. And I keep listening to it, like, man, which one of these do I want to get rid of? I kind of like all of them, but
Keep them.
Hey, what if you did an album
all the same
was
song.
all the same song but in different styles?
I like that.
It'd have to be a real good song, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of
I
there's
mean,
a lot of kinds
it wouldn't
of lyrics
have
that
to.
just well, that's true.
That was
Wait,
me.
are we listening to us?
That was me. I just pulled up the live feed to see what was going on.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
See what our listeners are saying.
Yeah. A real good song like Rat Bastard. That would probably do it.
Wait, what?
Man,
Yeah, I'm
I
tired.
got the yawns already.
I was up till about 2:00 this morning watching that stupid game, and then went to work.
Not me. I went to bed.
You probably went to bed before I even text you.
Yeah,
'Cause you
I think
never
so.
replied.
Yep.
What you seeing there, Dan?
Oh, I'm looking at streams, number of streams, and there aren't very many.
Here's what I'm seeing. Look at this. Look at this old. Wait, how do I do this? I never
Share.
can remember how to flip my camera around. I don't know if I can when we're already going.
Yeah, I'm looking at how trying to figure it out, but I just turned it off.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, here we go. I can see in my monitor what I'm pointing at, so I'll just flip it around. Here's what staring at me.
Old school.
Yeah, dude. I think that might be on our. Oh no, it's not on our honeymoon. That must be. I don't know where that is.
You're just a little kid, man.
I know. That,
They're in Rocheport now.
Rocheport.
oh, really? Okay.
hmm
Yeah, so they're coming this way.
They're gonna go to Sedalia tomorrow, and then they're gonna try to go from Sedalia to somewhere in the
Chilhowie.
vicinity of Chilhowie. Yeah. I'm kind of tempted to let them do it,
Nice. Yeah, why not?
but I kind of I mean, maybe they don't care if it costs $500 to stay overnight in one place. I don't know, but I have to pay
I
my
mean,
cleaner, so you
yeah.
know. Um, I mean, it'd be a comfy place to stay compared to where you stay on the trail. I mean,
Uh,
that's for sure.
I mean, I've always just stayed in parks.
hmm
Like, I think Marthasville on the other end, they if you know to do it, you can call somebody and they'll come down and open up like they have a real nice ball diamond, like ball field
hmm
for youth sports and stuff like that. It's really nice and it has like locker rooms and stuff. And so if you
Oh yeah.
know to go to call somebody, they'll come down and open up the locker room and you can go and take a shower and everything. And you can just camp on the ball field.
Hmm.
Hmm. Nice.
Where's that?
I'm
I think it's in Marthasville, clear out about 40 miles from St. Charles, I think.
I mean, I guess the other thing I'm thinking is I'm gonna go there with Asa, possibly Asa, and no, not with Judah because he's gonna be gone. I'm gonna go there with Asa, and we're gonna deer hunt Saturday night and
Youth season.
Sunday. So I could probably just do the laundry while I'm there and not pay a cleaner, and then just charge them a couple $100, and you know, you don't,
Hmm.
something like that. I don't know. Kind of, I'm kind of, it's kind of annoying because I wish I could just like have it open to whoever, whenever, but it's a little tough to make money when you run your business that way, you know?
Hmm.
Just
Yep.
have them send you some PayPal and unlock the door.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what I'll end up doing, I think. Are
One
you
time,
going out? Oh,
Jeremy, Heath, and I were in I don't know, Washington State, I think, and we needed a place to stay for one night, and we were getting in late, so we didn't get there till like 10 o'clock at night, and we were leaving at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was super last minute. It's like 8 o'clock at night, and we're like looking for a place to stay. We find a place, call the guy or email or whatever, say, hey, can we reserve your place? And he's like, yeah, but there was something weird going on, and he couldn't like reserve it. He's like, just leave like $200 cash sitting on the counter, and we'll call it good. So we went in there. He gave us the door code. We went in. We went to bed. We got up the next morning. We threw $200 on the kitchen counter and left. That was it.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what the way I'm feeling about this deal, honestly. So if it's the 30th, it's Thursday to Friday, so it's not even conflicting with my schedule at all.
You.
So
I mean, you could tell him that. You'd be like, "Hey, here's the deal. I'm just gonna happen to be out there this weekend, and I can do the clean myself, and that'll help you out."
if you'll leave it really clean.
Because my brother-in-law has ridden the Katy Trail and thinks it's cool, and
And he's going to be a senior soon, and he's going to hope that people will
he's
give him
46 years strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you going deer hunting this weekend with any of your kids, y'all? You guys?
Jimbo is.
Yeah. You gonna go up to old Louie's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Speaking of that, Darcy, you need to get here and get your tripod stand so you can set up
I
a
know.
tripod stand out there. And I need to
I was telling
get
Jeremy.
my tripod assembled, so I've got one. Because I'd like to hunt that same spot, but do it in a, like, put it up in some brush on that area where it's just all nasty brushy trees where you can't put a stand up, instead of being at that spot where I've been.
That's a great idea.
I think it'd be better to be on something like that, like up, just like just shove it up in like a hedge tree that can't hold a tree stand.
Yep.
So there's one sitting here, and I'll assemble one when I'm out there this weekend. Because I'm kind of.
You have one sitting in the box there.
I have one sitting in the box at the house here, and I have one of the tripods out at the property, but I have not assembled at either of them.
Wonder if I can get down there at some point. We're planning, I think, to go up there next Saturday to cut some trails and stuff. Jeremy cut a bunch already.
So maybe I'll try to bring my tripod back, and you could go throw it up somewhere in the vicinity of where I've been hunting. Yeah, and we can bring some of those ladders up there when we actually come up. Just
do you have
where we would?
Do you have one of those boxes too still?
I think
or
so.
Are they all spoken for?
No, I don't remember. I think I'll have to look and see what. I know I've got a tripod out there. I know I've got a Buddy, like a 2-person platform, which I wish I had already gotten it assembled. I just haven't had time. Because that's going to be.
Where are you going to put it?
I mean, my plan was to just put it up permanente at the property, like up on the hill or something, like a kind of deal where we like plant a food plot or something up there and hunt over it. It's big enough you can put a ground blind on it, so you could actually climb up in it and hunt out of a blind up high.
That'd be kind of cool.
And then honestly, I don't even remember.
I was talking to a kid today. And he showed me the video of him shooting a massive buck. He's a Kansas hunter. And he shoots this buck, and he's like, I don't know, man. I've never heard of a deer just like taking a double lung shot and just being fine. But I never found it. Like, okay, Ain't a double lung shot.
It's not a double lung shot if, yeah, no. It's not a double lung shot if it's fine. Now, you know that last year, that deer that I shot, I mean, I shot that thing through and through what I thought was like perfect at 20 yards. And it just wandered off. I mean, it jumped initially and it just wandered off. And I watched it for like 20 minutes. I would have thought it would have been a heart or a double lung where I hit it. But it did not seem to care in the slightest.
Hmm.
I mean, it went through the thing.
And you never found it?
It never, like I watched it for like 20 to 30 minutes after shooting it. Just went back to eating. And I went and found the arrow the next morning and it was 100% covered with blood. And it either went, so like, you know, if this is the sternum of a deer, the heart's sitting like literally like right here. It either went right here below the heart or right above the heart and below the lungs. I mean, it was the craziest deal.
Dang.
And it wasn't even far. It was like 20 yards probably. So when you say the guy had he had a video of the shot or not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you watched it?
I think it was like back and low.
Oh. Well, that could be like right between the gut and the lungs.
Or it could be right in the guts, and those can take like a day and a half. And that's a lot of travel.
Yeah. So that deer, I'm sure I've told the story before of when like I went to Boonville with my dad and Jim Wood, and we hunted, and my dad shot a deer. He tried this sight that was a pendulum sight, so it was for shooting out of a tree stand, and it was just a single pin, and depending on how high up your angle was, it would change where the pin was just by weight, because it was literally on a pendulum. It was a terrible sight design. But
boy, that was
it.
like cutting edge for a minute.
Do you remember those? Did you ever see one of those?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. It probably worked if you shot out of the exact same tree that you sighted your bow out of. And there was no hill. Like, so my dad shot this deer, and and the shot was back. So he shot it the first night we went out, and then the next day we went out tracking it, and he found a drop of blood. Well, the problem was that whenever he shot off the ground, his sight didn't do him any good, because that's like an infinitely long shot. So your sight is not worth anything, because your sight is supposed to be going up as you get shorter. So he went through and he kicked that deer up probably half a dozen times and shot at it, wounded it, nicked it. Finally, he went and ran it down, grabbed it by the antler, and cut its throat in the middle of a stream.
I feel like I've heard a similar story involving a turkey.
I have done something like that to a turkey. Yeah, that is true. That is true also. But that turkey's legs, I shot that turkey's legs off of him so that he couldn't get away. And so when we gutted that deer, neither the lungs nor the heart, the liver, or the guts was damaged internally.
Dang.
The arrow, like when you're cutting the deer and like there's that membrane that separates the like gut part from the lung part. There's just like a kind of a membrane and muscle wall, and you kind of
The
cut it loose.
diaphragm.
That diaphragm deal.
It's called the diaphragm.
Is that what it is? Okay. It literally went right through the edge of the diaphragm without getting into the guts and without getting lungs. If we had not tracked that deer down and kicked him up so many times, he would have lived. 100% sure he would have just lived. It was basically a flesh wound, like a through and through flesh wound. Is all it was. His guts weren't ruptured or anything. He wasn't gonna die. We just wouldn't give up on that little guy.
You just wore him down. That's pretty funny.
I mean, that seems like the thing. Like every time they kicked him up, he was just laying there, just like trying to recover. You just wouldn't leave him alone.
He's like, oh, that's like about the worst hernia I've ever heard of.
Mm-hmm. Thing was, he probably was only like a 1-year-old deer. Like his antlers weren't even like that impressive to have been so adamant about getting him is kind of a little silly, really.
Yeah, it makes for a good story now, though.
Yeah, it does.
Here's one. Was it a Keller pendulum bow sight?
I can picture it in my mind. If you pull it up, I'll be able to tell you whether it's the deal or not. Nope.
No.
This thing was all brass, and it didn't even have a housing.
Oh, really?
It had like a little circle, like a peep sight.
It's from the 30s.
Oh. All right. That would be more like, all right, what is that thing? I saw that. I saw somebody with one of those. Oh, man. Some of these images are not very good. But people go ahead and post them.
Something like this wouldn't even be around anymore at all. Like,
no, I'm like finding these dudes who are posting on just vintage archery sites. There's a YouTube video of one.
Can you show a YouTube video on YouTube?
We're about to find out, I guess. All right, I just clicked on it. Now I'm going to go here to share screen. Here we go. Let's see what this guy has to say about it. Well, let's just see. We got an ad there.
YouTube.
Oh, won't be able to hear it, I don't guess.
Pendulum sights for bows.
I hear it.
Since I was really young, probably 16 years old, had a Darton M30, maybe it was MX, something to that degree, but it was an old Darton compound bow. The first sight I put on it was a pendulum sight. Don't know how I picked it or why I picked it. This is what it was. This gizmo here, but I put this on there.
That it?
I'm really used to using it.
That's kind of like it, yeah.
Stuck with the pendulums, except for one brief spell when a bow that I bought, the fella at the bow store convinced me to go peep sight, 3 sight pins. And that year I missed a really, really nice deer. And I'm not saying it's any fault of the sight pins or anything like that. It's my fault because I just wasn't used to it like I was the pendulum. But if I had the pendulum, I feel like my chances for success would have been much higher. The idea is when you cant your bow down. So if my hand is the, let's say, the string of the bow, obviously this is on the riser, but if my hand's the string and I've got to tilt the string, you can see what the sight's doing. It's coming towards my finger. And if I have to go up, it's going away from my finger. So I think this one was designed, if you set it up shooting flat at 20 yards, it was good out to maybe 30 or 35 yards, and as close in as 5 yards right below you. Something to that. The one that I found, packaging's not perfect, but found that I don't think that's the original price. That maybe it is. I don't know. Pretty cool.
Nice. Oh man.
I cannot. That's exactly what it was right there. Because the one in the package was more brass and not tarnished.
Uh-huh.
That's the sight that it was, and it is okay. And he's probably right. If you sighted it at 20, you could probably get 30 out of it, and as little as 5. That's
In a
probably
tree.
accurate if you were in a tree, and if there was no slope, and you can almost freaking like traditional no sight something at 20 yards. Like,
Yeah.
like, bro, if you were only ever going to shoot at 30 yards, you should be able to use one pin. Like,
Well, yeah.
forget the pendulum. Just be like, well, I'm going out to 30 and that's my limit. There's where 30 yards is. Everything inside of that, I mean, that guy sounded like he was like pro pendulum sight, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah, he missed that, but he missed that deer because he switched to a fixed sight. That's
Now,
funny.
I'll tell you this. We shot off of our roof. We had a shed roof on the back of our house. And we shot off of the shed roof. And I think we
Mhm.
had about 30 yards was the farthest target. And in my brain, 30 yards was a long ways because when I started shooting at 10 years old, 30 yards was a long ways. And I, because we stood on this roof that had like a slope, I shot like, I probably shot, how much did you shoot when you were young? I probably shot 100 arrows a day.
Man,
Easy.
I
bet.
shot a lot.
And I shot from the same spot on this deal. And I didn't know, my dad didn't really teach me anything about setting up a bow or sighting it. He just was like, there you go. And I'm the only one who like was of the boys that was dedicated enough to learn how to do it. Well, I had my pins set, like instead of lined up, they graduated off to one side. And this is before I even had a peep sight or anything like that. And I had my pins, like my closest pin was farther to the left and then a little more to the right. And so like my bow was here, my pins were like this. And the thing was like after a bit, Dad was like, I don't think that's something about how you're shooting. And what it was is I was standing like this and I was shooting kind of off at this weird angle. And I was pitching my bow more and more over, as I shot farther up the slope of that roof. Well, then if you shot anywhere else, it didn't work. You didn't shoot like that anywhere else. So, yeah. Then they came up with the little bubble levels and all the nonsense that they have now to keep you from torquing your bow or shooting it sideways or whatever. But yeah. Yep. Is that from your bow? What's that from?
Nope. I hung some shelves on the wall the other day, and it came with a level,
The shelf came
so you
with
could
level?
level it when you were, when you were hanging it on the wall.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
little
like a
3/4 inch.
that's real accurate one.
Yeah, yep. What I learned is that if you had the level on there and then you rolled it a little bit, you could change where the bubble would sit.
So instead of
If you
moving the
roll
shelf,
it,
you
It's
move
not.
the level to get the shelf level.
Yeah, you just roll the level and you'd be like, got it. It's not super precision.
you probably step back and look at it and know better whether it's level or not.
Maybe. Yeah. Daggone.
Mm-hmm.
What inning are we in now, Jimmy?
Oh, it's long over.
17.
Yeah, it's been over for hour and a half at this point.
Going to game 5. Game 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, tonight was game 4, so tomorrow will be game 5.
In
Tied up.
Toronto.
It'll be in LA.
Okay.
It's 2-3-2.
Okay. Pretty crazy.
So yeah, it's tied up at 2. So
I mean, that's what the league wants.
I mean, it's going to go to
Take
at
it
least
all the
game
way.
6 at this point.
Take it all the way down to the wire.
Game 7, that's what everybody wants,
Yeah.
except for whatever teams are playing. They
Hmm.
just want to win in 4.
Yeah. That ain't happening.
No, not this time.
All right.
Dude.
Well, what?
Have you ever seen a Muzzy deviant bow?
Nope.
No. Never would have thought bow when talking Muzzy. Broadheads only.
Well, I'm gonna pull it up and you give me your thoughts on it. Because I was just looking at it's a fishing bow. So it's gonna be a
Okay.
little different.
Fishing bow.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
So it's like
Fishing bow. Well, okay, maybe it's not a fishing bow, but I just saw it with a fishing, like one of those reels
no,
mounted in front.
it's a fishing bow.
It is a fishing bow. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll pull it up here.
man, that's
That's some of the
yeah,
weirdness
that's
right
weird.
there.
Lever cam. So that reminds me of the what was that? What was that bow that had recurve limbs
And the cams were
that
inside of it.
yes.
And your
It
dad
was
broke one, didn't he? Your dad and a buddy like smashed one because they tried to
no.
put it on a bow press and they weren't meant for a bow press.
What was that bow? Doesn't it remind you of that kinda?
It does. It does. And I'm trying to think of what it was. I'm gonna unshare the screen and search for. It's like a. It's like eagle or
Something
something like that, isn't
eagle.
it?
Yeah, something eagle.
Eagle. I searched eagle patriot. Hmm.
Um,
Oneida.
Oneida eagle. Yep.
Yeah, it has a kind of an Oneida eagle look to it, but
So, are you contemplating a muzzy bow?
nah,
You
I
gonna
don't
go
think so.
fish them grass carps? You gonna go shoot them grass carps out of your pond?
Well, I would do that, but man, those things are flighty. Those things, I don't know if you could hardly get within bow range of those suckers. I guess they still make the Oneida Eagle.
Apparently they do. That's kind of wild.
Yeah,
It's $1,000 bow.
kind of crazy. I would not
Yeah, it
have
is.
guessed that they still made that.
No, me either. I would have thought that that thing has been gone for 35 years.
I mean, but they look like, regardless of how they work, you got to admit that they look pretty freaking cool. And like, if you came up with that design, you'd want to keep selling that design because you'd be like, okay, but like, I realize it's not a fast bow and it doesn't work very good, but like, look at it. It's
But it looks different than everybody else's.
it looks totally different than everybody else's bow. And you got to think about that when you're killing a deer. You got to think about how different it looks than everybody else's bow.
It has to
That's
somewhat
funny.
work, or else they wouldn't still be making them.
No, not necessarily. You'd like to think that,
Yeah, right.
but I was at Menards and they had all of these lineman's pliers for like $6, and I was looking at them and I was thinking, these ain't gonna work like $35 lineman's pliers. But you know what? They have a whole pile of those $6 ones, and they're just selling the absolute crud out of them. And the $35 ones, they have two on the shelf.
The ones that when you close the jaws, the blade is about like that. Like it doesn't actually even, you can't actually cut through a piece of wire with it.
The blade had a gap like that, and the part of the plier that applies pressure was like that.
That's so
They
you don't
weren't
pinch the
like,
wire too hard when you're
it
twisting
was
them.
like the
Yeah.
plier part was
And
like
if you,
that. Yeah. Okay.
oh man.
Real quick question. I talked to our friend
Okay.
before we leave. Jimmy, you do electrical stuff sometimes, yeah?
I do.
Or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that in an electrical panel, like a 200 amp service panel, according to code, if the electrical service panel is not the first breakered panel, then you do not ground, or you do not bond the ground and the common. Does that make sense as a statement?
First panel is bonded. After that, they're not.
Right. If you have even a shutoff, even like a 200 amp or 400 amp service shutoff, that's the first one and that's bonded. And the
Yes.
next one or any other subsequent is not bonded. Okay.
Correct.
So when you buy a 200 amp breaker panel, it's not set up
Right.
to be the
A second.
a second panel. However, code requires that now when you install new, that you have a circuit breaker that shuts the entire system off right at the meter. So they're making the
disconnect.
panels not up to code. You have to buy an extra $30 or $40 worth of parts to get it to the point where it's right. So I'm looking today at my house, which was put in 5 years ago, and I'm looking at my barn, which was put in like 4 years ago. They're all wrong. They're all like, my dad put them in. My dad put them in
Yeah.
with the like you'd think of an old breaker panel, like common ground, common ground, common ground, common ground, all down both of the bonded bars. It passed code inspection, and it is
Yeah.
not up to code. You knew this?
Yeah.
It was so confusing because the lug for the ground is on the common, like the load, I'm sorry, the grounding lug is attached to the left side of the common bar, and there's no way to detach it. And I'm like, my mind is like, I don't understand. What am I missing? Finally called Justin, friend of ours. Well, you know Justin? Darcy knows Justin.
I know of Justin. I don't think I've ever met Justin.
And he's an electrician. He's like, yeah, you can't like on your breaker box, it's a sub panel. It's not the primary panel. You've got to get a grounding bar and you've got to get a different lug and blah, blah, blah. So I have an inspection coming in tomorrow morning, and I had to go buy a bunch of parts and rejigger my main circuit breaker because they don't sell it. I don't understand that. They don't sell it configured
Right.
like you need
Well,
it.
you just buy the neutral bus and screw it to the panel, and then you're good.
Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah, you buy. In my case, I bought two because I want the ones coming in on the left to all be on the left and the ones coming in on the right to all be on the right, versus like running them all around through the panel and putting them all on the left or whatever. But like, why don't they just sell the panel configured to be a sub panel when they're all sub panels at this point?
Well, they're not necessarily. Different areas are going to be different. That code may only be for a certain region.
No, that's the IRC national code for the country.
Yeah, maybe.
Like it, I mean, unless they're selling them at like the box stores for refabs, like you're rehabbing a house and you have to get the city or the county or the power company to disconnect so you can replace your panel and reconnect.
Just put it back as it was.
Versus like, it seems like if they're disconnecting your panel, they'd want you to put in a primary circuit breaker right there at the like it seems like they'd want you to bring it up to code, I would think.
Yeah, you would think.
So
I don't know.
it almost seems like irrelevant to sell a 200 amp service panel set up in the old way. Does that,
No, I understand what you're saying, but
when anytime you
Well,
replace
what
one,
else? What are they going to do with them?
what do you mean?
What are they going to do with them if they're not going to sell them to you?
Just make them.
They already got them.
Make them how they're meant to be made. They're gonna sell out all of the old ones in like 2 weeks. That's been the code for like 10 years, apparently.
It hasn't been that long.
Oh, it hasn't?
No.
Okay. Because my house is set up differently,
Well, sub panels
have been set up like that.
have been set up like that for forever, but there haven't been that main disconnect. That's a relatively new thing.
Mm. Okay. So it may even be that the county code and the inspectors 5 years ago were inspecting as if there wouldn't be a main 400 amp circuit breaker disconnect.
Right.
And then, but Evergy was already requiring you to do it.
Does the house you built 5 years ago, does it have a main shut off on the exterior?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mine is wired incorrectly. Currently, it's wired incorrectly for
And then
the equipment that it has.
your building, does it pull power from your home panel or does it have its own?
So I have a meter on my house for 400 amp service.
And it
Right
splits out
next
there and
to
goes to the.
it has two 200 amp breakers immediately, like connected to it. And then I run service into my house to a 200 amp and I run service to the barn for a 200 amp.
And you've got both of those panels bonded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad put them in, but the inspectors inspected them. Like
they must have thought they were direct service.
But I mean, I don't know how they thought that, because it's hooked up with two. And I don't even understand. I mean, like, I read why, but I don't understand mechanically why it matters. But apparently it's saying that, like, when you run both of them bonded, it has the potential to create some kind of like a frequency problem and backfeed.
Yeah, it's about the backfeed of the ground, and I don't quite understand all the science to it, but
I don't understand. But I consternated over it for 2 hours today because I was like, okay, I know that I'm reading the code and understanding it correctly, but I'm also looking at the panel they sold me and it's not right. And then I'm looking at my other two panels and they're not right according to what I'm reading in the code. So somebody's misunderstanding something, either me, the code, or even like checked with ChatGPT multiple times. ChatGPT was reading it correctly. The issue was that the panel is bonded and I needed to unbond it, basically. Remove the bonding screw, add bus bars for the grounds,
and separate all the grounds.
and not wire it like my dad wired mine 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Which probably, to his credit, was probably how they had been doing it for ever.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the inspector also had been observing it being done like that forever. But yeah.
Well, when you sell your home, that'll come up on the home inspection, likely.
Will it?
Yeah.
If
my
the
house,
home
when I bought my
inspector
house a year and a
removes the
half
panel.
ago, it has a sub panel, and it was that way, and it came up like they noted it on the inspection report.
That it was bonded and it shouldn't have been.
Right.
What did you do? You just went with it and
I mean,
changed it
yeah, I
yourself?
was like, whatever. I just fix it myself.
Yeah.
It's just a small, like two breaker sub panel that feeds the septic system.
Mm.
So I just swapped it.
Dude, I don't even know. Like, I had to deal with that today, and I don't even personally, honestly understand how to wire that. The septic system has a a black and a white coming off of a 60 amp breaker. And he said just run a 20 amp circuit to it. So he's just using the 60 amp breaker like a shutoff switch, really, not like a breaker, right? It's a 60 amp switch. Do I wire that just like I wire every other 20 amp, or do I wire that to 220?
I mean, for your sub panel.
It's like no, just for the septic. The septic has a single switch in it, is all it has. I don't know.
That 60 amp breaker is throwing me off.
That's throwing me off too. But he's like, oh yeah, no, 20 amp is fine. And I'm like, 20 amp 240 or 20 amp 110? I don't understand. Because you can do a 20 amp 240, and that's what that flipper is. Why would I want it to be 240 if it's a 20 amp?
Yeah, is it breakered somewhere else?
Well, it'd be breakered in my panel.
What's with what? A 20 amp breaker? Amp.
Yeah.
So it's just a pass through. It's just a disconnect. Is all that's that 16 does.
So he's not wanting a 20 amp with one side on each side. Does that even exist? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Just put my neutral to the neutral bar, put the black on a 20 amp, and that's it.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's.
It seems like if the inspector looked at it, he'd also be like, "Well, why did you put this box in?"
Seems not right.
But I talked to the septic guy, and he's like, "Oh, I just don't like those 30 amp, fused panels." And I'm like, "Okay, fair enough, but this is confusing me." Like,
yeah, that's weird.
Why would it even need a 30 amp? Anyway. All right, sorry. It's 11:30. I've yammered about my thing too long.
All right.
Oh, well. All right. Well, so best case scenario, I try to make it down to your place sometime next week after you've been out and potentially bring something back.
Okay.
All right.
Are you're driving you're going to drive your truck?
Well, that also is a factor now.
Yeah.
Because I imagine it'll be in the shop.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see.
I guess just keep me updated.
Yep.
I'll call you from out there whenever I figure out what we have, if you're wanting a tripod and a buddy. I feel like you wanted a tripod and a buddy, if I remember right.
That was originally kind of what I had said, but whatever.
And you got a batch of arrows to make up for some of the cost, right?
I do. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
All right. I'm going to go investigate what just crashed in my house somewhere over there.
What?
I have no idea what I just heard.
Do you have people there?
Well, not anybody that I know of other than my kids.
They can be loud sometimes.
Yeah, they should be asleep.
Oh. Well. Sounds like that'll be good.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully your roof didn't fall off.
Back to it then. Yeah. Maybe it's windy outside and that there's a piece of metal just flying into my trees and crashing into the front of my house. That'd be great. Alrighty then. We'll catch you next week. It's been a good show. I mean, It's subjective.
Subjectively good shit.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
Alrighty then.
What did I post? I posted a YouTube short the other day. What did I post? Did you see it, Dan? What did I
Coffee.
post?
Coffee.
Coffee. Oh yeah. So you saw it?
Of course.
Yeah. Not very many people did, but I posted it. All
Yeah,
right then.
fun. I actually watched it,
Nice.
just so you know, like 9 of the times, because
Oh.
I started playing it and then I walked away from my phone and it just played over and over and over until I was like, "Ow, I gotta go switch it to something else." I've heard him talk about this
Appreciate that.
coffee shop way too many times.
Appreciate you. Yeah. So
All right,
plug
then.
for Perk Coffee Co.
Perk Coffee.
If you're ever in Savannah, Georgia, look them up. I guess. I think they might be
Yeah.
some cool people. Alrighty then. Back to it then.
Back to it then.
See ya.
We'll see you next week.